If you could look at HD 189733b from light years away, you'd think you were seeing paradise. A glowing sapphire suspended in the void, deep blue, serene, and strangely familiar, like Earth. If Earth were painted by a god who only knew beauty, not mercy, its color gleams like the oceans of home. But don't let that fool you, because this planet is not peaceful. It's a raging storm, an unending hurricane of glass and wind. A place so violent, it tears itself apart every moment of its existence. They call it HD 189733b, not a name that sings more like a code. But hidden within that code is one of the most terrifying worlds ever discovered. In 2005, astronomers spotted it orbiting a small orange star, 64 light-years away in the constellation Vulpecula, the Little Fox. A strange name for the home of a monster. HD 189733b is a gas giant, slightly bigger than Jupiter, yet far hotter, far closer to its star. It orbits once every 2.2 Earth days, meaning a year there is shorter than a weekend. And because it's tidally locked, one side always faces the star, burning endlessly, while the other side is trapped in eternal night. The temperatures on the day side soar above 1,000 degrees Celsius, enough to melt metal. But that's not the most terrifying part. The true horror lies in its skies. At first, scientists thought that rich blue color might mean ocean's water vapor, maybe even clouds like ours. But when they studied the planet's light spectrum, they found something else: particles of silicate glass floating high in the atmosphere. Each particle reflects blue light, just like Earth's oceans do, giving the planet its mesmerizing hue. But these particles don't just float, they swirl. They cut. They form storms of glittering death. Imagine a hurricane made entirely of glass dust. Each shard no bigger than a grain of sand, yet sharp enough to slice through steel. Billions of them, carried by winds faster than any tornado on Earth. That's what paints this planet blue. Not life, not water, but destruction itself. The winds on HD 189733b howl at 8,700 kilometers per hour. That's 7 times the speed of sound. If you released a jet plane there, it would be blown apart in seconds. Here, storms don't move across the surface. They circle the planet continuously. The heat from the day side drives massive air currents toward the dark side, creating a permanent, planet-wide storm. The difference in temperature, hundreds of degrees, turns the atmosphere into a constant conveyor belt of chaos. And within that storm, molten glass condenses into droplets. But gravity doesn't pull them down. The wind is so strong that they fall sideways, slicing through the air like burning knives. Imagine rain that doesn't fall on you, but across you at supersonic speeds. That's the rain of HD 189733b. Let's imagine for a moment that you could somehow land there. Your ship shakes as the storm hits. Sensors scream. Temperatures climb. Outside, the blue atmosphere glows faintly beautiful, hypnotic, deadly. The moment you open the airlock, a wall of glass-filled wind hits you. Tiny shards pierce your suit, melting, burning, slicing. If you remove your helmet, the heat would flash boil your eyes, then crystallize the moisture in your body. You'd become a glass sculpture within seconds, a perfect, silent monument to your own mistake. It's not a place that welcomes visitors. It's a place that turns them into part of the landscape. But you might wonder, how can we know all of this? We've never been there. We can barely see it, even with our most powerful telescopes. The secret lies in light. When HD 189733b passes in front of its star, some starlight filters through its atmosphere. That light carries clues, chemical fingerprints, wavelengths absorbed or reflected by gases and particles. By analyzing them, astronomers can detect what the air is made of, how hot it is, and even what color the planet appears. And what the data revealed was unmistakable: an atmosphere full of silicate vapor, the same stuff that makes up glass. The blue light we see is the light scattered off those particles, just like sunlight scattered in Earth's blue sky. Except this sky would cut you to pieces. On the far side, the night side, the temperature drops hundreds of degrees. The winds rush to fill the void, dragging heat and glass across the Terminator line, the thin border between light and dark. In that zone, the storms rage endlessly, fueled by the fight between fire and shadow. It's a world torn in half, one face burned by eternal day, one frozen in endless night. And in between a storm that never stops. To us it's alien. To nature, it's just another way of existing. HD 189733b reminds us how deceptive beauty can be. It shines like a jewel, but it's really a blade. It glows like the sea, but it's a sea of glass and flame. It's a mirror one that reflects the extremes the universe is capable of. Where we see color and light, the cosmos sees only chemistry and physics. But somewhere in that indifference, there's a strange kind of poetry, because even in destruction, there is beauty. Even in chaos, there is order. And even in a world that rains glass, there is something worth studying, something that tells us more about our own fragile home. So the next time you look up at the night sky, remember, not every blue world is a home. Some are warnings. Some are mirrors, and some are just nightmares painted in sapphire. Thank you for watching. If you found this journey as fascinating as I did, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more explorations into the cosmos.